This is my heart back plane that I'm finally getting to put together. And
well, I got other projects.
it's working on SMT stuff, and this is just mighty beautiful.
I think we should cut that
Mighty beautiful. So I have 2 more boards to do. So I'm gonna work on them. And then, but in the meantime, we're gonna go look at a tube tester.
Alright, so this
Is a tube tester.
is a tube tester from 1972.
How'd you get it?
I asked an engineer I know, and he dug through the deepest, darkest part of his garage and dug these out.
Wow.
All these tubes and this tester.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of tubes.
What
It
is he
really
doing
is.
with the tubes? Nothing,
Well,
apparently.
Nothing anymore.
Okay.
But they used to run everything in his house, from his radio to his TV.
Wow. So can you show us how it works?
You stick them in, and you got to go through the whole guide,
Oh.
and it's actually quite complicated.
Did you get it working, Peter?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, it works just fine.
Okay, we're gonna have to turn it on at some point.
Yeah.
Because that is amazing. I have always wanted a tube tester. I know it sounds kind of funny.
Well, it's
but
an antiquated piece of equipment.
It's an awesome piece of
They don't
equipment.
make them anymore.
Yeah. Or they do, but they make them in like Russia.
Yeah, I was worried that only the sockets would be good,
Yeah.
and that we'd actually have to go through the wiring schematic and replace resistors and other components and whatnot.
But it works.
It works.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Brilliant. So now, are these are based just on socket size?
Yeah, these are all just for the different size tubes, and some have connections on top as well, like this one here.
Oh, fascinating.
So you would have an extra thing that would slip on for its actual testing. This one goes here. But then it would slip on like so.
Oh, yeah.
Just right on like that. And then into this.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah. This thing is
What the
old
heck?
technology.
Awesome.
But what people used to do is their TV would go out because the tubes in it would be bad.
Yeah.
And so what
So
they would
the-
have to do is either take all the tubes out and take them down to the grocery store where they would have a tester. This was in the 50s. Or you could call a TV repair tech, and he would show up with his truck, and he would have a mobile
one of
tester
these.
like this.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, he probably had a little more advanced version of it. This is a home version, but same principle.
How neat.
Yeah,
Someone already made
very
the
cool.
digital tube tester.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, that's a sin.
$500 each.
Yeah, I believe
But
it.
you can still buy them. They're brand new.
I believe it.
Wow. That's amazing they even make them anymore. But a digital version, that's pretty...
All right. Well, at some point tonight, we're going to fire this baby up and then make it work.
Oh, you missed it. We made it work earlier.
You know what,
It works
punk?
good. You weren't here. So
No, man. The camera
Right in
didn't
the
have
room.
any juice.
Yeah. So,
We'll get it.
And if the camera doesn't see it, it never happened.
Right. That's exactly it. All right. So we'll come back and we'll get it working.
Absolutely.
Cool. Thanks for bringing this in.
Yeah.
Is this like for us?
Yeah, it's a donation.
Wicked sweet.
I have no use for this.
Awesome. All right.
I have transistors.
Yeah.
White elephant gift if you were actually here.
If this
Yeah,
were
it
a white
would've
elephant gift, we would have not let you go home until we got it. So
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's an interesting piece of equipment.
They would
Very
have made
cool.
up the rules of the game. Now we're only 1 and
This
6.
is definitely a game changer right here.
You guys can
Screw
have
the
the
rules, I have
pumpkin.
money.
You guys can keep the rubber band gun and
All right. Thanks, man.
yeah, you're welcome.
All right. So here we have the.
So you just have me typing my password in on the camera.
No, I didn't.
That'd been pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. I'm very good. Okay. So can you explain to me what we have here? We have the Picket 3, which is Microchip's PIC programmer.
One of them. Yep.
One of them. Okay. It's connected into this board. And what does this board do?
That's just basically a program socket, programmer socket, so you can do that. If I can see what I'm doing. So you just drop the chip in the socket, and then wire up the programming pins on the chip. So you got power, ground,
Oh.
VPP, and then these are your 2 programming lines. So if you got a bigger chip, you just move the wires around to match.
Oh, I see.
Do you really?
Kind of.
Maybe.
Maybe. Very interesting. And then when you program it,
So you just
this
go and,
talks to these wires,
Yep, so
which talks to the chip.
so these wires here just basically connect it from there to there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So then you go in here and you go build and program. And it's gonna say, do you wanna? You say yes. And the lights blink a few times and voila, it's programmed.
Cool. And then let's see what it does.
Does it do anything? Oh, yeah, there it goes.
So it fades on. Fades off. Looks like an eyeball. It really does. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's kind of creepy.
So now,
Cool.
now you just need a fake skull, and you can shove 2 of them in there, and then have it, have something in the back sit there and make them wobble around like that.
Oh my gosh, creepy.
Sacrifice a few more ping pong balls to the.
Wicked. Cool, thank you.
Yep.
Alright guys, so this used to be a panel. Some pieces have been cut out, courtesy of Sawmax. So we're gonna go see. Hi Jim. We're gonna go see what they worked on. Aloha boys.
Hello.
Look at that. You guys remember that? Used to be open to the elements. Is finally done after like a year and a half of being ugly wood paneling. So we still got some cracks to fill in here, but we'll get to that. Alright boys,
Yeah.
what you working on?
We are working on shielding this so that it is safer.
Oh, the belt from...
Yeah, because that way, you're working with a tool and, maybe something jumps out, or maybe somebody's standing on this side and you flip the switch on, or they bump it and all of a sudden they're caught in a belt. And
True.
That never ends well.
You
No.
chop your finger off, you try to reach.
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's not plugged in.
Yeah.
I never work with this kind of thing if it's not.
Holy buckets.
So, you chop
James,
off,
you were gonna give me a heart attack.
So, you chop your fingers off, try to reach over to hit this, and you hit the belt by accident, and you're having a bad day.
Yeah, so we're thinking
I think that's a good way to say
you're gonna
it.
have a bad time. So we're thinking about putting an extra piece here just to help protect,
The light switch.
the switch, because you want to be able to get to that switch, but boy, you sure don't want an accident on the way to shut it off after the accident.
Yeah.
And then we're doubling up on Band-Aids.
Yep. We've been lucky thus far, but luck is...
Luck runs out and you never know when it's going to happen.
Yep. And to whom. And I like
Yeah.
my fingers, so...
I need them.
Yeah.
Without them, I just wouldn't be the same.
Alright guys, keep up the good work.
We will try.
Okay. So what is it? What is this? What's going on?
Alright, so this is the LED sign that we've been hacking on the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
16 characters, 7 by 5 lights on each one, or pixels. And we've done a lot of work figuring out how to address this thing, and I built this board here that is 32 bits of shift register output,
Oh my gosh.
and wrote a Python script for the Raspberry Pi that can actually put 32-bit numbers out onto it, so that we can write Python scripts to paint characters onto this thing. And the next step is to actually start working on finalizing the code base on the Python to be able to push whatever we want out, and then building up character set for it and all that sort of stuff, and then this thing will be on the internet, and people will be able to say what they want to put on the characters,
Awesome.
and then light up with other people's messages. That'll be up in the IRC at some point if we get that far.
Cool. All right. Well, so what you're taking it home now?
Yeah. Talking the software side.
Oh, okay.
With very
Python
little,
hacker.
With very little, like, knowledge of GPIO, but I'll learn.
You will, and you'll do just fine. Awesome.